What's up, everybody? Master Reactor here, and today I have a replay for you and also some good news. This is the Dueling Book Ladder 858. I am in first place, finally. I have never been first place at anything in my life. This is so amazing. I'm just playing. No. But I really have never been first place on the ladder on Dueling Book on Go format. So it just feels nice. So, I mean, pats on back for me. Can I get a whoop whoop in the comments one time? Whoop whoop. So that's awesome though. First freaking place. I was just in like 800. I was at 800 points and I just racked up on them these past matches. I just said I needed 5 in a row and I know I'll catch them. So you already know what happened. Let's see. It's all greens except for one. The win streak on deck. Let's go. Except for one. 6 in a row. There's 9. There's a loss. And there's 3 losses in a row today. But still, came back on them. So we're going to do, first of all, we're going to show this one game off really quick. Versus Free Press is Dead. This was a pretty quick one. Not going to lie. I don't think I've ever had this many cards in my hand either. It's crazy as shit. Motorcycles. Alright, motorcycles. Alright, so I get to go first. Alright, so I get the extra card by going first. Awesome. I open Jar of Greed, Faith, Pot of Greed, Graceful, Sinister, and Tsukiyomi. I fire the pot and draw onto Snatch Steel and Thunder Dragon. I discard the Thunder Dragon. And I get the Thunder Dragons. And I use Graceful and draw into Knock, Spy, and Jar of Greed. So I decide to just say, fuck it. If you got Knock, you got Knock. Let's go for it. Set both Jar of Greeds and a Faith and say go. He draws into Graceful Charity. So he's got Rat, Nightmare Wheel, Trap Dust Shoe, Raikoki, Psalm Judgment, and Graceful. He runs the rat out and attacks. I say okay. I grab my Graceful Charity back here. He decides to set 3 and pass. I end phase use the Jar of Greeds. And I draw a Breaker for turn. I drew Upstart into Faith. I get another card in my hand here. So yeah, I've got a lot of cards here. I do got to discard 2, but as you could tell, I think I might have advantage on him here. Panda Burn. Triple Secret Barrel would be game right now, probably. But damn, I've got a lot of good shit. So he decides to Trap Dust Ship me. I'm like, alright, cool. That's fine. I got Duo. I got fucking Tsukiyomi and Knock. I MST the Nightmare Wheel. I fire the Duo on him. Get rid of his Graceful. I Upstart. So now I wish I wouldn't have used the MST, but I fire Heavy Storm and he quits the match. So that was a quick match, y'all. So this is the actual match that I will replay. That was just a funny spoiler for getting first on the ladder. That's how you do it when they want you to become first and you get the last match. That's just what happens. You just draw some sacky shit like that. So on to the actual match, y'all. Versus Desorico. I don't even fucking know. Who knows? He takes forever, though. That's all I know. And then he finally throws paper, and I throw scissors. I literally sat there for like 2 minutes, and he didn't do shit. But it is what it is. So, I get to go first. I decide to set Heavy and Spy. I've got Deco, Tribe, Fate, and Tsukiyomi. He's got Pre, Fate, Book of Moon, Zaborg, BLS, and Trap Dust Shoot. I draw into another Deco. He fires a Dust Shoot. I flip up my Spy. And I get the Spy in defense. And I swing Bada Bada for 1200. And I set Deco and say go. He draws into a Tomato. He runs the Tomato out and attacks into my Spy. I say okay. I draw into Solemn. I flip the Deco. And I draw into another Solemn. And now I decide just to fire the Heavy. He chains Book of Moon on his Tomato. And I'm like, alright, that's fine. And I decide to set Deco and set both Psalm Judgments and just pass. He draws into a Roulette Barrel. He sacks a Tomato for Zaborg and I instantly Solemn Judgment it. Because I figured that's a quick plus right there. Let's go for it. He drops BLS, and I just let this fly. I say, okay, that's cool. You got it. He banishes the deco, and he just passes. I draw into Jar of Greed. I run the tribe out and use his effect. This way I get to keep Solemn Judgment for a rainy day, and I set the Jar of Greed and say go. He draws into a Chaos Sork. He tries to fire Premature Burial, but I'm like, nah, that shit ain't flying because you're going to beat me if I do, so I instantly Solemn it. He sets Roulette Barrel and passes. I draw into an Upstart. I fire the Upstart, draw into Jar of Greed. I Jar of Greed and draw into Spy. And I swing, and it's a Roulette Barrel, and I instantly use Tribe's effect to pop it and switch my spot. He draws into a Decree. He sets Faith and Decree and passes. I decide to end phase Jar of Greed, which was great to do because he had the damn Royal Decree. So if I wouldn't have done that, he would have decreed my ass. Not that it would have mattered because it's still over with. It's exact game, 2800. But it was still nice to draw the card. So that was how game 1 went. Let's go. He's playing some zombie soul control deck, I guess. I don't know. But he opens the Borg, Knock, Book, DD Warrior Lady, Premature, and Creature Swap. This is game 2. So I open Knock, Kaiku, Tribe, Tsukiyomi, Thunder Dragon, and Magician of Fate. I discard the Thunder Dragons and grab 2 more. I run the Tribe out, and he Book of Moons it. Okay, he Book of Moons my Tribe effect. And I decide just to knock here, because I'm like, fuck it. I'm not going to lose my Tribe. Maybe he doesn't have anything, so... But he top decks his Tomato, so I'm like, alright. Right off the top, Mystic Tomato. Pretty good draw for him there. And he hits his Tomato, and he gets another Tomato. I don't know why he didn't get Sang in there, but... Alright, that's fine. And I draw into Chaos Sork now, so... I could run the Tsukiyomi out, or I could run the Kaiku out, and I decide to just run the Kaiku out. And I poke over the Tribe. And I banish his other Tomato. He draws into a Fate, he sacks the Tomato, and tributes it for Zaborg, pops my monster, and pokes me for 24. I draw into a Snatch Steal. I decide to save the Snatch Steal here, and just banish the Zaborg. He's at 62, so I couldn't have killed him, so I think this is just a wiser play to do, just to save the Snatch for another time. So he fires the Knock, and he gets my Faith. I say, okay. And this is where I mess up, because I thought that I played 2 Faiths. I remember this game, yeah, but I didn't. So as soon as I drew the 3rd Faith, I just scooped, even though he had it anyways. I thought that I boarded one out, not gonna lie, and instead I had one still on the deck. So mistakes do happen, it is what it is. I didn't try to cheat the dude, and as soon as I actually drew it, I instantly just scooped. But he had the game anyways, regardless. I wish I would have removed the Faith, so I didn't want the fucking Faith in, because it literally did nothing for me at the time. So I poke into his deco, he draws in the Graceful, I set Jar of Greed. This game is going horrible here. He Gracefuls, and there's literally nothing I can pretty much do. He's got card advantage like crazy on me now. The same way I had it on Homie. Not that bad, but it's pretty bad though. I end phase Jar of Greed. I draw into Chaos Sork, and I draw into Ring. I bring the Chaos Sork out and decide to attack. He gets a Shining Angel. Main phase 2, I remove it. He Book of Moons it. I set Ring and pass. He Mind Controls, set Ring. I draw into a deco. And he doesn't ring. He could have just won, but he doesn't ring. So this is whenever I think right now, yeah, I draw into the Faith. So I'm like, yeah, it didn't matter. He had the ring anyways, and he would have beaten me regardless. But I'm just like, yeah, it's over. Oh, wait, what happened? Oh, no, he knocks it, yeah. So I didn't, yeah. I don't know. I play high as shit sometimes. So that's one time y'all caught me cheating, I guess. But it was a complete accident. And it wouldn't matter anyways because he had the ring. So we're on to game 3. That was the cheat game. Guess I had the 3 Faiths in. Usually I board one out, game 2. But I didn't. So when I seen that, I was like, what the fuck? So he knocked it anyways. It wouldn't have mattered. Guess he would have saved his knock, but he got it. So game 3. He's got Pot, Graceful, Shining Angel, DD Warrior Lady, and Soul Release. I got Duo, TT, Chaos Sork, Pot of Greed, Deco, and Solemn. I fire the Duo and discard both, and then I fire Pot of Greed. It's funny because the day I played somebody and they made me sit forever because they wanted to check my deck with Knock. And if he would have checked my deck, he would have seen the third spy. I mean, the third Faith. But I didn't see it, so shit happens. So I set the deco and set 4 back rows and pass. He draws into MST. So he's got 4 pretty good cards here. He fires the pot, and I'm like, alright, cool. Pot of Greed's good. He draws into Decree and Book of Moon. He decides to set 3 and pass. And I decide to end phase Jar of Greed because I know he's on Decrees. I set 1 playing around the Dust Chute that he doesn't have, but didn't know that. I flip my deco and I get a Thunder Dragon. I use Knock on the monster. And I hit him for 14. I discard the Thunder Dragon now. And I set Spy and pass. He in phase uses Royal Decree. And I decide to Wing Blast here and put it back on top. Because make him draw the Decree and I don't need a Thunder Dragon anyways. And he in phase MSTs my Solemn, which sucks. Because I would have definitely Solemn the Graceful here. Because I would have known he would have been only been on Decree. Instead, he draws into Heavy, Zaborg, and Creature Swap. He discards the Zaborg and discards the Decree. And he says go. I draw on the Solemn Judgment, which is a pretty good draw here. I flip the Spy. And I get the Spy in defense. And I get him for some damage, 2,800. And I set Solemn and pass. He draws into a Faith. He sets the Faith and passes. I draw into a Chaos Sork. And now he's at 4,000. So I'm just like, let's play ball. I tribute the shit. And I use the Torrential that I boarded in. And I have 2 darks and 2 lights. So I bring them both out. He thinks about it. I'm like, okay. Because I have Solemn set. So I bring out the other Sork, and he can't do anything. I just show him the Solemn. I'm like, I don't know why we're stalling here. Let's just show him the Solemn to get this shit over with. So that is the match. Game 2 was kind of sketchy. Forgot the Faith. Shit happens. But other than that, I'm first place on the ladder. Let's fucking go. Let's show y'all the deck if anybody wants to see it. This is the deck I'm playing. The first place on Dueling Ladder deck list. It's fucking great to be first. Hell to the yeah. Let's see. Deck list, yeah. Boom. There's the deck, everybody. But that being said, y'all hit the like, hit the sub. Have a good day or night. Peace out, bye.